Hey guys, it's me, Seren, back with another video. So I wanted to do a quick follow-up video because a lot of people have been hitting me up about some of the concepts. Well, one really main concept that I talked about in my last video and also that I talked about on Instagram. And that was the concept of being a fan of a person and not a fan of a genre. And in this case, obviously, we're talking about a musical genre. We're talking about rap. But I think that this can also be applied across the board in terms of art. Are you a fan of art or are you a fan of the artist? And I'm going to read you guys a couple of comments that I received on Instagram and Instagram DMs. Somebody said, I too have been a fan of the personality versus genre. I definitely feel like I will have a new lens when looking at artists just because of what you said. I said a lot of people have been hitting me up about that concept of being a fan of personality versus a genre. I think it's really important for us to start talking about this because what we're basically seeing happening right in front of our eyes in terms of the music industry and these genres is people deciding that they're fans of a fucking person, regardless of whether or not the person has any actual real talent, regardless of whether or not the person actually has a pen, regardless of whether or not people actually write. Like, nobody really cares about talent anymore. Somebody also mentioned during my live stream that we talked about this in my other video that was also a live stream, that was called These Artists Aren't Legends. And in that video, which I will put a link in the description box too, and These Artists Aren't Legends, somebody has said, who is the next big up and coming artist? And I was like, I don't even know who the next big up and coming artist is, because I was like, so few of the people that are coming up have talent. So few of the people that are coming up even have an it factor. What they have is, again, they have that popularity factor. They have that people like them, that people like their personality. Again, we're living in sort of this really interesting post-Trump era, alternative fact era, where you don't need, like, Trump didn't need any fucking political experience to become president. He didn't need any type of community organizing experience to become president. Like, I'm going to use the word talent, but he didn't need any type of talent or expertise in order to become president. He said things that people liked. We're living in this reality TV ass motherfucking era where people can decide that they like your personality. They could decide that, you have a little following on social media. So it doesn't matter if you're actually really talented. In fact, I feel like we're even getting to the point where it's harder for people that actually really have some talent to get put on, because they're not out here motherfucking building a motherfucking Instagram empire, because they're fucking working on their craft and they're working on honing their skills and they're working on their pen because they actually have talent. Somebody has said about this whole situation that, quote unquote, ended up getting scrapped as soon as somebody got challenged to go motherfucking bar for bar on freestyle, because they know they can't freestyle because they don't have a pen, they don't have any actual real talent. Somebody was like, well, all Nicki said was that Cardi can't write. Like, so what if Cardi doesn't write? I was like, but she's a rapper. Like, these bitches are rappers. This is supposed to be a rap beef. Same exact thing that we saw with the Drake and Meek Mill situation. Well, so what if Drake doesn't write? He still makes bops. Somebody has said in the live chat from the other video, we're living in the as long as it's a bop era. As long as I decide I like your personality, as long as it's a bop, I really don't care, because I'm not even a fan of the genre, right? Because people aren't even fans of the rap genre, right? They don't care about the genre. They don't care about moving the genre forward. People are not into politics. They don't care about politics. They don't understand the ramifications of electing someone with no political experience to the highest executive position in the country. They don't understand politics. They don't know nothing about it. All they know was that Trump had this big personality that they liked, and he said things that they liked. They don't know. People are ignorant. And in terms of ignorant, the definition of ignorant just means you don't know, because I know people take it some type of way these days. When you call them ignorant, they take it to mean all types of stuff that it doesn't mean, rude and all types of stuff. No, just that you're ignorant. You don't know. So you have an uninformed opinion. So you're operating from your place of an uninformed opinion. And we are really living in that time right now. And it's just really interesting seeing an era of, well, I like the person. I don't like the genre. I don't care to know about what field that person is in. I just know I like the person, so I'm gonna blindly back the person. Somebody else hit me up that was like, fans of people, not genres. Never thought about it that way, but you're right. When I think about it in terms of what you just said, I'm 1,000% a fan of people rather than music. And I'm thinking now, if I was to take the face off of some people's music, would I still like it? I definitely agree with people being fans of people and not genres. And I think I'm going to start assessing the people that I like from that standpoint from now on, switching from the people lens to the lens of the genre, right? And again, that's not even just in terms of, that's why I use Trump as an example, because it's not even just in terms of like music. We're seeing that across like so many industries, especially just as it pertains to media, but across so many industries, art, visual art, music, politics. People are just becoming fans of, well, I'm a fan of the personality. I like the person, so I just don't give a fuck about anything else. I just don't give a fuck. I just don't give a fuck. And in terms of music and rap and genres, just like with this whole situation, people are rap casuals that just started listening to hip hop because they're a fan of Cardi B on Love and Hip Hop on a show. They think this shit is a soap opera. Well, I just want to see somebody get exposed. I don't give a fuck about the genre. I don't give a fuck about what this means for the genre. I don't give a fuck about what this means in terms of the larger picture, in terms of the anti-black racism that this represents. I don't give a fuck about what any of this shit means. I just know I like this bitch. So I'm going to ride for this bitch. It doesn't matter. Same thing with Drake. I know I like Drake. So I'm going to ride for Drake. It doesn't matter if he doesn't write. Like, again, it's a soap opera. It's a joke. I don't give a fuck about the actual state of politics. People say all the time, like, oh, Seren, like, if you ran for president, like, I'd vote for you. And I'd be like, no, like, number one, I have no type of expertise. I would not be prepared to run anything. Like, I don't take this type of stuff lightly. You know, it's not just about just liking a person. It's about, is the person an expert? Do they have talent? Are they actually a leader in their field, whatever their field is? We all have people that we like. We just like their personality, but that does not mean that they are good. Like, you know, again, Donald Trump, a perfect example. Somebody with no political expertise that is now president because people just like his personality and like what he had to say. And that's truly the era that we are living in now. And I think that a lot of people need to take a step back and reassess and get some fucking perspective, because it's not a good era. It's not a good era. It's not a good era for art. It's not a good era for music. It's not a good era for media. It's not a good era for politics. It's just not a good era across the board. People don't have perspective about any of the things that they like. And people can't even take a step back and even say, well, I still like this thing. I still like this person. I still like this TV show. I still like whatever this is, but there is a possibility that it could be detrimental. I like it personally, or I like the person personally, but there is still a possibility that it could be detrimental. There is still a possibility that there could be all types of anti-black racism and misogynoir and classism and respectability politics at play underneath the surface of this situation. There is a chance that it could be some ugly identity politics beneath the surface of why I like this person. People don't have that much self-awareness and that type of introspection. All they know is they just want to like a person, like what they like, stand the person, go with the person, regardless of if the person gonna motherfucking destroy the world. And we really need to step back and gain some perspective. I just wanted to say that because a lot of people were hitting me up about that aspect of what I said in particular. And I think that's really indicative of the times that we're living in right now. Reassess, do you like individual people, or do you like what is best for the genre as a whole? What is best for the media as a whole? What is best for politics as a whole? What is best for collectives? I filmed the video on collectives. I have not uploaded it yet, but it's all ready to go, where I also talk about this. Y'all know I'm about collectives and not individuals. So I just wanted to make this video really quick talking about that. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Food for thought as always. See you guys next time. Peace.